Hey guys, Gingraves here, doing a video for y'all. This is the second part of the community challenge double day kind of stuff. This is the second half of the 30, or the second half of 30 people that I have for it. So, anyway, getting into it, because I have a list over here on one side. So my first person on here, and it's all random until you go to find them in the comments and whatnot, or not in the comments. When you look in the description, everybody will be in alphabetical order. So number one is one of the people that I actually enjoy the most. I actually aspire to kind of be, I guess, kind of like them. They have a great set on their shelves. They kind of DIY'd their shelves, and it was amazing. It turned out phenomenal. Loved it. So that is Fatal Ferret. I think his collection is probably one of the ones that's most like mine. Just because we do have a lot of the old Tokyo Pop titles, and of course we collect new stuff and a lot of stuff. So then we have another person I've been subscribed to for a very long time, which is Roni K in 95. Gosh, I feel like Roni K is probably the person closest to me in doing videos, because Roni K does like videos all the time, on many different things: anime, movies, video games, everything, and it's really cool seeing all that. And then next person is Otaku Prince Yuri. Gosh, I like seeing Otaku Prince Yuri's not just manga collection, but like everything. Otaku Prince Yuri has like everything, and I would totally want to be able to do that too, which like put anime and manga stuff and other things that I like all over my house. Which I believe that Otaku Prince Yuri has done that since Otaku Prince Yuri moved, like since the time way back when. But yeah, really cool. Then we have one of my quote unquote part of my gang, which is ToasterCat. ToasterCat hasn't done a video in a while, but ToasterCat is definitely one of the gang. He is totally awesome, and you should check him out. I feel like ToasterCat is pretty good at picking out series and whatnot, bringing them up to talk about and all that. Then we have Toni Lynn, which I know of her. I don't know a lot about her. I think I was subscribed to her before, but I didn't really start trying to figure more of it out until Amascio J did his community challenge video, which was awesome. And then we have I don't know if it's said a certain way or not. I like to say it a different way than what I've heard other people say it. I like to say it BrainDeadisyum. But I've heard other people like Otaku might call it BrainDeadisyum. Something like that. Something different. And or maybe it's just the speed that they say it as. It sounds like there's not different words in there, but they were somebody newer too that I found that was pretty good. I like jumping into their stuff and being able to watch it, all that, just like everybody else in the community. Then we have one of my other pretty good friends, Jayrox. guys, if you've watched anything or heard me talk about anything in the community, I 100% love watching other stuff that doesn't involve manga with a friend or whatever. And Jayrox does this really awesome cologne kind of thing, where he gets cologne and then like we'll rate it, show you the bottle and all that. And I mean, not even for the cologne, because I know sometimes cologne is overpowering here and there. But some of those bottles look swank. Just saying. Shoot, I would totally put those up somewhere and display them like I was a boss. But you know. Then the next person, I watched a little bit of them. Didn't really get into them too much. And I actually kind of got lost in translation on their channel. Because they changed their name like a little while after I subscribed to them. It was a little confusing, so I thought it might have been somebody else, and I thought, you know, I was like, well, the name's different, so I must have been subscribed to him forever instead of what it was before. But that is the Panda Post. Great content on there. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Number 9, another person that's close to me and everything. That's one of my friends, is SimplyGee. Totally shout out her. You know, she is very knowledgeable when it comes down to it, and if it comes down to debate, I am totally picking SimplyGee, because then on top of not having to work quite as hard, there's a probably 99.9% chance of winning. So anyway, yeah, SimplyGee is awesome. Then we have one of my other friends, Pink Goggles, which hasn't been able to do a video in a little while. I think she moved and then was trying to go with her dream, which is kind of doing manga and whatnot, and I think she moved to a different country. So, I mean, I've seen some of her videos come out here and there that are different, but she doesn't put it out as many as she did before. And then, let's see, going down, we have Banzaireads, which is another new person that I got into. Really great content on their part. And it's really fun just to watch it and everything. Then we have Anime Alley. Anime Alley is great if you haven't checked him out. You should go over there and see his content. I believe he just hit 1,000 not that long ago, but he is he's awesome too. I mean, you know, everybody's awesome. So then we have Otaku R&R, which is great. I love watching all his stuff. Just like another thing like I like a lot of, besides seeing what else people collect, I also like seeing some of that other stuff on the shelves, and I think he's got really good decorated shelves, because it's one that's unique. You know, some people will decorate their shelves and make it like look pretty and whatnot, but I really think when you kind of get to the point where you're close to almost overstocking or getting into the overstocking part of your shelves with certain things you like, that's when it best represents you. So like, I know some of my shelves, there's like a lot of pops on them, and it represents stuff, and so whenever I see those, I'm like, oh man, that's a lot. But I do like to see everything that's on there because of how nostalgic it makes me and whatnot. So moving on, then we have Mom. I'll never get over that. That was hilarious. No, MommaLuvsManga. That's our next person. I kind of have a joke with her. One time when I messaged her, I called her Mom, and we both just started cracking up about it. You know, I didn't think anything of it, because I was like, what do you call somebody? Because, you know, it's kind of like if you talk to me, most people call me like Jen, or you know, something like that. It's abbreviated kind of. And for Mama loves manga. I mean, what are you gonna say? Loves manga or what? So I ended up just calling her mom, and we both got a really good kick out of it. So pretty funny. So moving on, then we have Valkayink. Valkayink. I don't know if I'm saying that. Valkayink, maybe. Another new person that I jumped on to their channel and started following them and whatnot. We have one of my other guys that is in my group, Wink Yo, Base Sempai. Base Sempai, I feel like really started like getting involved with like knowing me and some of the other people that are around, and you know, it just kind of went from there. I mean, we've had great talks, great discussions, a bunch of other stuff, and it's fun. I love it. So then we also have LitaKino, which, if you guys don't know, Lita is my secret Netflix stalker that commands me kind of to watch Beyblade and other related stuff. So I think it was earlier today that I actually did a post. Today or yesterday. I mean, I'm doing this pretty early, so but I was like, I took a picture of it because I had all 3 Beyblades suggested to me all at once, and I was like, Lita, why do you put this on my list for me to watch? And she was like, that's what I do. I sneak it on your list. So Lita is really cool. Check out her channel. You know, you'll totally enjoy it, especially like with the diversity of some of these people. Then we have some other people in here. We have Pulse J, which is a lot of content as well. Then we also have Ohara, which is more or less focuses on anime over like manga, but a big One Piece tuber. So then we have Yomu Youkai. You know, Yomu, if you have watched any of my other videos before, I always call it Yomu, the girl on fire, because of her red hair and whatnot that she wore before. And I mean, it was really something that made her stand out and whatnot. But she's got great content as well. Then we have one of my other people that I find a lot of confiding in, especially because of how nice they are, and we both have these huge monstrous collections. Even though her collection involves her sibling, I wish my sibling would. If you guys see him, tell him that. But I'm talking about Manga Hoarder. Fantastic. If you haven't seen Manga Hoarder, you're really, really missing out. Manga Hoarder is probably the person that I feel like, you know, changes everything whenever you talk about stuff, because Manga Hoarder knows like it all, and she's read a lot of her collection. So me and her, I would say, I mean, we've both read a lot of our collection, and we have huge collections, which is really good. Just, you know, continuing your reading and moving forward reading and whatnot. So then we have one of my other boys who has a separate channel now, so you can catch him later. But it's Migs. Migs is one of my other people. He calls me his rival at some points. I feel like a lot of people do that here and there, but for different reasons, so I don't know on all that. but we started kind of close to the same time too. And Migs has great content, but you can't watch it on that channel. You have to go over to the Mangatuber, and you'll be able to see his new content and whatnot. Then we have another one of my dudes, ReRun Ransome. You know, check out his content. There is some pretty good stuff there, as long as you don't bring up his beanie. Everything will be okay. If not, he might have to Chidori you. So then we have another person that's real big. I feel like because they talk to everybody, and I try to kind of be like this person, but I'm not as good. I would probably say I have 10% of that they have, but Samuel Trejo is amazing, especially when he gets in the comments, he gets on podcasts, he does all this other stuff, and I mean, real nice guy. Totally follow him. Then I got another new person, God of Darkness 18. Again, haven't watched a lot of their content, but you can find them and watch some more of that content, which I'm sure will be spectacular. Then we have another one of the guys that I think, you know, for me, I feel like after you get to meet somebody and talk to them, then it really unfolds how good of a person they are, and all this other stuff. And so, you know, for me, you're kind of just a person until I talk to you or get to meet you or something like that. So I got to talk to this person through doing one of the live streams, and they are great. I totally like their collection, what they do with their collection, and just a lot of the stuff that they put into it. I'm talking about Andrew Tsundoku, so if you haven't checked him out, go check him out. Then we finally have Manga Hoarder's sister, Shelf Space Fleeting. They both have different things that are pretty close, but I like how they both put their own different spins on it, so it is very fun. Then we have another one that everybody knows, which is Insidious Swede. If you don't know anything about Insidious Swede, I am very disappointed in you. I would say 9.5 people usually bring up that Insidious Swede is who got them into doing stuff, or that's who they originally watched. So, pretty cool dude. And then we have another person I don't know a lot about, but my friend Loali does, which is Too Spooky. I wanted to go ahead and give him a shout out as well, just because I do feel like I'm starting to get to know a lot just from what Loali has told me. But hopefully I'll get to talk to you more in the comments and whatnot, Too Spooky. So, and then last but totally not least, our one guy in the community that sits there and makes sure that everybody knows exactly what's coming out at exactly the right time and whatnot. You know, especially for those times, which is one of my dudes, Laethas. So, if you haven't, go check out his channel. Laethas usually at the beginning of the month will put out what books are coming out for that month, which is really good. Sometimes if I forget to write some of my stuff down, I go back and I watch like Laethas's videos to kind of jog my memory or know, like, hey, I should have this coming out at this point too. Different stuff like that. So really good stuff though, guys. If you haven't seen any of these people, you need to. All 60 people on top of my 30, you know, 90, and then my other ones that I have to make. I mean, spectacular. So, you know, it's almost 100, and I know our community is well over that. I mean, especially including people that we kind of quote unquote lost. You know, because some people just stopped, you know, they couldn't do it anymore or whatever. And there are some, if you go check out past community challenge videos from me, that they have videos, but that they're not around really anymore, which is a little upsetting. But stay tuned and wait for the next video. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.